Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, going to be a Patreon cast for those of you who support me on Patreon.com. For at least $1 a month, you get to see this a month before anybody else. If you're watching this the week of April the 12th or so, thank you very much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it on Patreon. And if you're watching this in, let's say, May 2023 or later, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with StarCraft Brood War goodness. And if you want to support me somewhere else other than Patreon, you can. You can do it right here on YouTube. If you're here on YouTube, you probably trust YouTube, right? You can just click the join button down below, become a member of the channel for as little as $2 a month, $1.99 a month, or one-time donations, super chats, super thanks. That just means you do, you know, a couple bucks, whatever, $10, and never think about it again. All right, Eclipse, top right, going to be our Zerg player. It is Effort. Don't get to see Effort a lot these days. And in the bottom left, it is Stork. Man, I love both of these players. I'm looking forward to an excellent ZVP here today. This is an RJB-approved replay. Check them out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Especially if you enjoy the fastest map stuff. Overpool here from Effort on the start. Our Protoss guy going for a very, a little bit of an aggressive gateway opening. It is a 2-player map. This is Eclipse. This isn't Third World, so you have access to the other half of the map here, no problem. You don't have to get drops in order to access that area with anything other than a worker, like is the thing in Third World, y'all. You know how this works. Of course you do. Anyway, nothing crazy here. No Nexus first. No crazy pool first play. Just very standard aggressive-ish stuff here from Stork. Zealot pressure is very annoying for a Zerg player to deal with, especially, if his second base is blocked. This is not a good map for getting a third base as your second man. Some bases, if this happens, you're just like, I'm just going to go take a base somewhere else then. Actually, is that what he's going to try to do here? Trying to expand up here. He's like, yeah, but he's got to get the Stork probe off of his back. He's trying to get space. Ooh, he got it. I think that's enough space. Do it. Why? No! Stork is being an absolute pest here. An absolute pest. Ugh. And does he have any zealots moving out? Where's the blue? There's a blue. Zealot. Oh, wow. Effort throws up his hatch way far away from the gas over here and just says fine. This is going to be a macro hatch in the future. Don't worry about it. And I'm going to take my second base now. Thank you very much. So sub 3 minutes. 3 hatches coming up. Probe coming into the natural. Zealot maybe heading up. Yeah, already attacking this macro hatch at the third, which is hilarious. Zerglings are going to try to deal with this dude, but again, behind the mineral line, super annoying stuff. Second Zealot coming in. This is Zealot pressure, hatch blocking goodness. I like how we can't even see the Zealot's head up there because it's just off the screen is all. He dead. Okay. But he took some lings with him. Can you kill this Zealot too is the large question. And by the way, this Zealot too, which is why the Overlord is here. To see how many Zealots are coming across this way. Terry the Overlord's being very brave, going right into the main base of the Protoss player. Not all that worried about seeing Dragoons quite yet, but fully cognizant that he might die to Dragoons sooner rather than later. Actually, no, that's not a Cyber Core. Forge coming in, so never mind. As long as you don't walk into cannons, you're fine, Terry. Terry the Overlord merch available at falconpaladin.store. Dude, if this macro hatch dies, it won't. It's getting very, very injured, though. We got 4 lings coming across. We got another couple lings here, too. They should be able to save the hatch. At the very least, they're going to buy enough time for enough lings to show up to save it. Is it going to be cost effective? I don't know. Effort here doing his very, very Zergy best. Probe harassing at the same time, just making Effort focus on a couple things at once. Don't let the Zealots escape. Just kill them. Why are you letting them bounce around like this? So 5 kills is really good for a Zealot. I mean, it's about as much as you can ask in a professional game. Like, this guy's going to die with 1. So that's more along the lines of what Zealot kills can get in the first 5 minutes of his EVP against somebody like Effort. More Zealots moving out, though, man. Like, this is not one base make Zealots until your opponent dies, but this is, you know, 2 base, make zealots as you can afford them, send them across the map, see what you can get done. Killing this base would be super, super nice. Let's see if Stork can pull it off. These slings are like, no. Bad. He's trying to get that surround, but they're just the slipperiest boys. Okay, they both died. Excellent. So at the very least, Stork can console himself by the fact that Effer's been making a lot of lings instead of drones. He's up 27 to 20 workers right now. Looking good, Stork, because Stork's really good at StarCraft, as we all know. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, left enough room to get a hatchery that can get gas up here at the 3rd. He wasn't going to get gas at the 3rd this fast anyway, so it's fine. He's just mining from these mineral patches. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. He found a way to adjust to the terrible situation that he was in. And a Stargate's on the way. Are we surprised by the Stargate? No. Is it required in PvZ? Also no. But man, sometimes it feels like it is. Sometimes it feels like if you don't open up Stargate, you're just begging Mutalisks to come in and wreck your mineral line. Spire on the way from Effort. Got another macro hatch up here at the natural base too, which is cool. Cool. This is not breakable by lings at all. These lings are running around. I mean, their bravery and their scouting is appreciated. But as far as getting any pressure up here, they can't even attack this gateway without these cannons ruining their days. I mean, they're going to try it. They're going to poke in here, but no way. Checking to see, is there a 3rd base? No, thank goodness. Is there anything crazy up here happening? Any proxies from Stork? No. Everything Stork has is safely tucked away and secure inside his natural base and his main base. Got a Citadel, got Corsairs in production, got a Hydralisk Den coming in here too. The ZVP is suspenseful because they often look the same at the beginning, but a lot of things can change. Are there Reavers involved? Is there Darkswarm and Plague? Did the Lings get Adrenal? What kind of defense is available at the bases? Can 12 Lings wipe out your 3rd base Protoss player? Certainly hope not. Yeah, first Overlord kill of the day, about 41, 42 hits from a Corsair to kill an Overlord, and got him. Going after, 2 Corsairs. Half the time. 2 for the price of 1, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, step right up. 2 Overlords go down. The supply block on Effort is real. Scourge pop out. Too late to save that guy, but in time to save this one. Yeah, these Lings are just here to make sure that nothing moves out. Like, no probes, no zealots. Just not getting out of there without Effort knowing that it's happening. Corsairs hunting more Overlords. Are there any Overlords to kill? Yeah, there's one top left. There's one over here. No, there's a Ling there. Scourge, no. Scourge, yes. Scourge, yes. Okay, so Scourge connect there. Not getting that +1 flyer attack upgrade. It's not committing to Corsairs, at least not for the moment. Pour le moment. Another macro hatch up here at the 3rd base. Also provides a little bit of SimCity if the Zealots are going to come try to head this way, which they are, because of course they are. It's a +1 timing attack here out of Stork. I don't know. Top of the ramp, Hydras, little Ling support here too. Not many Zealots can fit up this narrow ramp. Sucks for them. Any Sunkens around here at the natural base would be cool, but maybe he doesn't need it. That doesn't bode well for Stork, man. If Ever can defend his natural and 3rd bases without any Sunkens whatsoever against the Zealot timing attack, which is pretty standard, then Effort's in a good place. Ever didn't have to sack any workers at all to do this. I mean, look, you had to sack workers to make the Hydralisks because you could either make a worker or a Hydra with that larva, obviously. Yeah, the Zealots feel like they can engage here. I don't agree with that assessment as they're retreating. Back it out, boys. Storm coming up from Stork, cause of course it is. Oh, horse is a horse, of course, of course. And Stork never finishes, or never forgets Storm, of course. I did cast the game fairly recently. Patreon casts are weird, because either you're watching this, like, a couple days after I cast it, or you're watching it a month after I cast it. But a recent ZVP, not going to spoil who it was, but the Protoss totally went for like a speed lot Storm timing, showed up at the Zerg's third base, and Storm wasn't done. And Storm starts in the production tab, and everybody goes home. And I was like, oh, you thought Storm was going. You thought Storm was making, and it wasn't. That sucks, dude. Guess what, though? Storm is here. Stork has it. Yeah, Zealots and High Templar. Good Storm. Couple Corsairs die. Still 2 remaining. Oh, the Storm. Just Storm and Zealot leaving Hydra corpses everywhere. No Sunkens. He's just really relying on this narrow ramp to save him, isn't he? I don't know if that's going to be a thing or what. Good Storm up. Corsairs chasing Overlords. Oh, dying in their pursuit of Overlords. More Hydras popping out. High Templar getting target fired a little bit, but that means the Zealots get more of a free reign here against the poor drones. Ooh, trying to snipe off that macro hatch that's very injured, but really not enough Zealots to do that with this many Hydras in the house. +1 attack on those Hydras is excellent. +1 on the Zealots with +1 armor getting researched from Stork. So 2 base happening. He can 3rd base over here. Not a bad place to go, honestly. 1 narrow ramp to defend as a Protoss is pretty nice. This base kind of sucks to defend because you got a huge wide ramp to the south and a ramp at the north you have to worry about, which is small to be fair. 4th base coming in from effort here. I like what the Zerg player is doing as far as base count, macro, all of it is going very well for the Zerg player. Effort, and this is why we like effort. His macro is really solid. His micro is very, very elite too. I love him. I wish we had more replays from him, but who's complaining because we're watching one right now. Hit that like button, by the way, if you're enjoying this. Lets the algorithm know that I exist. The almighty algo. Comments help with that, too. I see you guys. I see your comments. I read every comment anyone ever makes on any of my videos. Ask anyone who's been around for a while. They can tell you. I've been on YouTube here for 7-8 years now. So, yeah. Trust me when I say I read every comment. Probe might have been trying to expand over here, but the Overlord saw it, and the Probe saw that the Overlord saw it. So maybe it was bait. Maybe the real 3rd base was going to be over here on the left side the whole time anyway, which the Overlord scouted too. So, either way, this base is actually, well, it was being defended. Where are you going? Why are you leaving this? I guess putting some pressure up on the Zerg player means you don't have to defend your 3rd base all that much. Fair enough. Oh, that lurker spread is disgustingly good. Look at the lurker spread. Although the Zealots are kind of tearing through these guys pretty darn well. 4 lurkers just died. Another one's going to go down too. 2 more go down. Hydra is trying to defend. This is a lot of Stork at your 4th base all of a sudden effort. What you got here? Trying to snipe down High Templar. Not going particularly well. Observer is still alive. Sniping the ops would be good too. This is looking dicey for effort. All of a sudden, man, he's down 118 to 88 total supply. He is producing 10 Hydras at a time. Zerglings against your Dragoon army, good, but not when there are 10 Dragoons and 4 Zerglings. The numbers do not work there. This is better. This is a better scenario, but again, kiting, pretty effective on strategy. Not killing this High Templar, I feel like you should because it has enough energy for a storm very soon. But Defender's Advantage kicking in here quite nicely from effort. He's got more Hydras coming in, but man, that Zealot count is nuts. The Zealots, man, keeping the Hydras busy. This High Templar is like, I don't even need to storm. Actually, where does Buddy go? I don't know. He's probably dead. Yeah. 4th base in trouble. Drone count plummeting. Hydra's getting behind a mineral line. That's an old Zealot trick you guys are stealing there. The 4th base, I think, is just going to die. Wow. Remember when I was like, effort's in a great place, and then Stork 60 seconds later was like, but is he, though? Four-face meme. .jpg. Yeah, look at this. Macro hatch and base here at the 4th base gonna die. I really don't think anything's gonna be saving it. The reinforcing huge group of Zealots is coming in. No pressure on the 3rd base of Stork whatsoever, and just setting effort back to 3 bases is a massive victory for the Protoss player. Storms, no Dark Swarm available. Not that it's great against Zealots and Dark Swarm or Storm anyway, right? Adrenals coming in. That's going to be very useful, but this 3-base to 3-base scenario is not looking hot. Yeah, maybe investing in a couple Sunkens at his bases would have been nice. 141 to 88 supply right now. Effort is in an immense amount of trouble. This might just be a slow bleed from the Zerg player from this point on. This Lurker's got 2 kills, but he dead. Lurker death sound, one after another, cascading through. Not what you want to hear if you're a Zerg fan. More Lings coming from the backside, trying to jump on these Dragoons. The stutter stepping by Stork is elite. But finally, it looks like maybe Stork is running out of steam a little bit, although he's got another bunch of Zealots coming through. And just the Adrenal kicked in, right? That's the key here for effort, is that Adrenal's done. The time of the Zealot is sort of over now. 1-1 Lings with Adrenal are brutal. You have to start using Storms on them at this point, because otherwise everything just kind of dies against the Adrenal Lings. Reavers are good too. But anything with, you just got to have splash damage. Like, to this point, before they get Adrenal, you can deal with them with Dragoons to a certain level, Zealots especially. But once they've got Adrenal, it is Storm, it is Reavers, and that's it. Those are your answers to these Lings. I guess Carriers, if you want to go Skytoss. But, man, if you want to see Skytoss versus a Zerg player on a map that's not Outsider, check out my map, my cast that I threw up. Well, again, depending on when you're seeing this. But if you just search up, it was Snow versus Larva. You probably watched that one if you're a ZVP fan already. But yeah, Carriers, Devourers. Are you kidding me? It was nuts. It was really fun. Not that this isn't fun, but it's, you know, you just don't see Carriers very much is all. Dude, the Storms are good. Ooh, this 4th base is going to die again. This is the slow strangulation of our Zerg player effort here. Stork is putting on a masterclass of how to deal with the Zerg player for the first 15 minutes of the game. Like, make them feel comfortable getting a 4th base, then kill it. Ooh, try to sneak a 4th base top left here. Bit of a Ling Lurker counterattack. Forcing these Archons to, or these High Templar to Archon up. Yeah. Well, at least forcing Stork back home just a little bit to deal with just some very annoying Lurker pressure outside the front door here. But again, no Dark Swarm means the Dragoons very easily snipe them from distance. Maybe an overreaction pulling the whole army back like that from Stork. But he knows the 4th base is not coming back up at the place where it was. What he doesn't know about is this top left base that is very susceptible to dying if the Protoss knows about it. Like this base. This is a new attempt at a 4th base in the bottom right, which the Zealots know about. Although, going after the 3rd? Dragoon blocking the ramp. Get out of there, my guy. Come up this... Alright, well now it's not happening. The Lings are covering that ramp quite nicely. Reinforcing from the natural base. Trying to come in and do this thing. Some Dark Swarm and Plague would be really good about now. Senior effort. 147 to 81 total supply at 18 minutes. Not looking good. Plague is on the way. Archon's DT's in production. This base is the absolute saving grace of effort right now. I really think that Stork is unaware of it and thinks he's got this thing in the bag. He's got 3 base to 3 base. Everything's fine for him. What he doesn't know is there is a 4th base. That might come back to bite him really hard in the future. Because I think if he knew the Zerg player had 4 bases, then Stork could be going for 4 bases. But instead, he's feeling supremely confident because he thinks this is the 4th base attempt, or this was the 4th base attempt, which he's completely shutting down. Maybe he was trying to expand there. I keep trying to come over here where this Overlord has vision. I don't know what that's all about, honestly. Ah, the Zealots found it, though. All right. So now it comes down to, can effort hold on and defend this top left 4th base? The army of Stork is in the opposite corner of the map, which is not ideal. If you're trying to get up there and shut it down. Lings, sure, whatever. Take down a pylon. Whatever you guys are into. Zealots are at 2-1 upgrades. Lings are at something. 2-2 upgrades with 3-3 on the way. That Adrenal's also happening. DT's trying to... No DT's. Not against Adrenalings, not against Overlords with speed. It's not happening. Ooh, he bails. Gets out of there. Somehow stays alive with all of 1 kill. Dark Swarm, bottom of the ramp, which means only Zealots and Archons can enter here. Dragoons are effectively kept out of it. Good positioning. I like that quite a bit. So 4th base now coming up. Finally actually defending it is Stork. He recognizes, I need this. This is not a, get more ahead. This is a keep even and try to stay in this game against the Zerg player. Plague up. Dude, this base is everything for effort. I cannot believe he got away with that. Stork's scouting subpar here for sure. A little bit of a Ling attack trying to get to that 4th base of Stork. No. Lings on top of Plagued Dragoons is the stuff Dragoon nightmares are made of. They don't like that at all. Once again, maybe getting into the 3rd base, but this is Lurker Town, USA, man. There are already 5 Lurkers here and 5 more morphing in. So that's not great, but maybe, yeah, Archon's top of a ramp with DT support. Pretty tough to break up with just Lings and Lurkers, my friend. Just a thought. And Dark Swarm, and the Archons are like, we don't really care about your Dark Swarm all that much, right? But okay. Lurkers burrowing in, just kind of sharking around up here as Stork, not really finding many places to go for some reason. Lurkers, that direct damage from the Archons, not doing much, and they're not close enough to take splash damage. Beautifully positioned there by effort. And Lurkers taking down cannons, just kind of slow going here. Finally, a Zealot wanders in, takes down one of the Lurkers. More Lings are in the house. Flooding through here, making sure the cannons die. Those have to be replaced. Those are not cheap. I mean, they're kind of cheap, but they're not free. And then the rest of Stork's army comes down to make sure this base doesn't die. But again, unnecessary. The Zealots and the Archons down here are able to handle it. Not much sweat off their backs, So 4 base, Stork's all right. He's up 50 supply. He almost lost the 4th. It was touch and go for a second, but he's all right. He's fine. Yeah, Reaver Tech has really got to be on Stork's mind at some point here. I'm waiting for a robotics bay. I don't see one, nor do I see one in the production tab, so I'm worrying a little bit. Every Protoss fan who watches his EVP on my channel is always like, all right, the game is past 20 minutes. You got to start making Reavers. If you have Reavers, it's totally game-changing. And it is. I agree. Just for some reason, Protoss players are sometimes like, nah, Archons and Storm is all the splash damage I need. It's like, well, I know it sucks microing Reavers and controlling the shuttles that contain the Reavers, and one bad Scourge hit can really ruin your entire strategy, but come on. Be brave. You're Stork we're talking about here, right? Stork is Stork. Ooh, good push. I'm liking this. Just kind of face smashing right into the natural base. Pathing is screwing these dudes up. There is a Sunken back here, which is pretty cool, I guess. Sunken's gone now. Never mind. Not cool at all. Reinforcements from effort coming around the backside. And it's enough to shove and push Stork back here. So effort's got a 5th base at his 4th base location. He's kind of holding. Archon was almost inside the Dark Swarm, but not based on the fact that he's dead. That's how you can tell. Lurker down. Yeah, it's 10 Zealots and an Archon at a time right now for our Protoss player Stork. No Reavers in sight, and yeah, that 5th base is big for effort. Nice Plague. Catching a combination of Gateway units and the Archons, which are technically Gateway units, but they're Tier 3, so they don't count. Archons are their very own special boy. Zealots are like, oh, okay, so there's a 5th base from effort. That's not good. I gotta expand again, but Lings are kind of preventing that. Not many places to go on this map. This is not a map with a ton of expansion opportunities. There's just little scraps of Dragoons and Zealots and Archons are here. Nobody's even close to maxed out. Stork's up 136 to 111 supply, but it's the best scenario effort's been in, I think, for a while. He's not down a total of 50 supply anyway, which has got to count for something. Trying to bust up this ramp again. Stork catches a Plague for the trouble. Goes up there anyway, and okay, he's getting a foothold. Oh, this Dragoon. Pathing is stupid, but I guess you gotta worry about these dudes walking through Storm to kill lurkers. The life of a Zealot is a tough one. 3-1-1 upgrades on these Zealots. Lings dying to Storms all over the place. The Lings are 3-3. They're full cracklings at this stage. They're pretty scary guys. Yeah, I can hear the Zealots dying. Maybe they're previously scourged or plagued, probably. High Templar dying too. So taking some hits, losing some drones here. Some drones got pulled. It's 48 to 44 workers. Effort ideally would want to be around 50-55 drones, but he'll take 48 at this stage of the game, considering how many drones have died and how many bases have been killed and whatnot. But yeah, there are 2 available bases left to expand to on this map right now. And both players, I mean, it's 4 and 5 bases apiece. It's not like we're at 6 and 7 here. This is a map that does not really support super duper long macro games. At least not if you want to have money for those super duper long macro games. Like maybe it's just low econ for 48 minutes, right? An hour. Massling doing pretty well here against the Zealots. The Archons behind him are the big problem though, obviously. Dark Swarm up. That said, man, fully upgraded Lings are monsters. Hydras of 3-3, Hydras of 3-2. Ooh, shield upgrade coming in here as well for the Protoss. Oh, losing some High Templar. Okay, that guy gets saved by the reinforcing Zealots. So, is Effort going to try to expand again? I'm thinking maybe here. I like that he's got vision of what's going on over here, and so does Stork. That is good. So this has been a pretty good knockdown, drag him out game, hasn't it? Yeah, check for the RJB TV hashtag on the videos. That way you know it's an RJB replay and you can expect the best because he only sends me excellent games. Excellent in some way. Not always the same kind of excellent, and sometimes it's, you know, maybe a unit we haven't seen in a long time. But at the very least, it's always a good game. Ah, DT snipes the Nidus. Ooh, that means reinforcements back and forth from this 4th base to the natural base aren't going to happen until that gets replaced. That could be a big play. That could be huge. Defiler gets a plague down, dies for his efforts. For effort. Effort. High ground lurkers. Annoying. If you don't have Storm to fire at them. Ooh, Obs get sniped. Scourge gets a free hit off there. This attack is not even, or this base is not worth killing anymore. There's no income coming for it at all for effort. I don't know why the natural base is really the target. If I was Stork, I'd be going after the 4th and 5th bases, personally, but okay. I guess maybe it's not where you're expected, plus you can't reinforce thanks to that Nidus. So maybe it's under-defended for that reason. No, so no Nidus available, just going to attack the old-fashioned way by running across the map. Lings are pretty good against that. Nice snipe on that High Templar, but there are 5, 6, 7, 8 more where that one came from. There are just casually 8 High Templar in this battle right now, which is probably enough to handle every one of these Zerg players. Yep, Storm, casual Storm, more casual Storm. La 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 la. Did you think I was out of Storm? Nahaha, DT in there killing lurkers too. 6 kills on that dude. 175 supply. Killing the Hydralisk den would be cool. I think he's probably going to focus that down with his 3-2-1 upgraded Dragoons and maybe get it. I don't know. The trickling defense here from Effort just never seems to stop. You can make Lings fast, and they can arrive on the battle scene fast. And Dark Swarm is good at kind of keeping your units zoned out here too. So nobody's expanded for like 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe even longer. It feels weird for that to be the case. Man, 167 supply. 67 supply for Effort, and 40 of that is drones. He just doesn't have a lot right now. He doesn't have any kind of a bank. Neither does Stork. This is a sick game. RJB knows how to pick him, doesn't he? Yeah, he certainly does. Maybe gonna... Yeah, long-distance mining up here anyway. Stork doesn't have enough money to throw up a Nexus on this left side, but, you know, he'll take the minerals from the base anyway. Some units get up here into the 5th base, but they are in a lot of trouble. Sunken down. No High Templar means these Dragoons especially are sad boys. Zealots focusing drones as much as they can here. Knocking Effort down to 36 workers. Not where he wants to be, but it's 73 to 73 supply now. That's big. That is big. Effort just wiped out a big chunk of Stork's army. Overextended a little bit there. And, oh boy. He's like, is there a base here? No, but there's a bunch of juicy probes we can kill. Nice. 3/3 lings on top of your probes. Bad. Bad times to be a probe here. No more long distance mining. Too dangerous. 35 to 36 workers. 35 to 35 even now. This is nuts. Okay, okay. Effort actually expanding to a 6th base down this bottom right side. It is defended, but only by 2 lurkers, a ling, and a lurker. Or a... Whew, and a defiler. Sounds like a joke. 2 lurkers, a ling, and a defiler are walking to a bar. Finish that joke. Whoever comes up with the best joke, I'll pin your comment. How's that sound? Dark Swarm up, but everybody dies to Storm before they can take advantage of the Dark Swarm, except for this Hydralisk, who is actually... Yeah, there you go. Lurker egging on the ramp. Yeah, I don't think this base is happening, but I don't know how much effort needs it. Okay, alright. High Templar dying, Zealots dying. Ling's getting some good value here, despite the fact that they all get obliterated. Okay, well, he blinks the Archons. I guess there's Zealots there too, but still. And this base is going to die. Once again, how much does it matter for our guy Effort? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I really do. I think if he can 5 to 4 base this thing, that's enough of an economic advantage where he can win this thing. He's gotten trades. Not the best trades of all time in his EVP, but pretty good trades nevertheless. Trying to snipe an obs. Whiffing miserably there. There's 3 obs here, though. Dodging storm. Dodging storm. Let's all dodge the storm. Kind of. Oh, where'd that High Templar even come from? That guy came out of nowhere. 83 to 70 supply. Stork is up. Up. Replanting this base. Making sure the probe doesn't feel comfortable doing it by killing it. And by that I mean letting it stay alive. For 2 extra seconds. It's like when you were little and you're like, Mom, Dad, can I stay up for an extra 5 minutes? And like, no, it's a school night. That's what that was right there. You got 2 seconds and then you died. All right, man. Stork under 100 supply. Effort under 100 supply. Lurkers on the ramp by... Oh, he threw up a Nidus on the creep. That's not even a hatchery. He threw up a Nidus on the residual creep for the hatch. What a sick move. Now he can reinforce infinitely here without having to come from all across the other side of the map. What a sick... That is the play of the month right there. Play of the month. The hatch died. He had a drone available. He threw up a Nidus Canal on the creep that was left over from the hatch dying. Sick. Sick play. Insanely good. Alright, coming up the ramp. Here comes Stork. Is this his last ditch effort? I don't know. Ling's popping out of the Nidus, and he's like, what? How's there a Nidus Canal down here? That's insane. The Archons, blah, blah, drones dying. Archons trying to get on top of these lurkers, but taking the lurker spines the whole time, too. And GG! Stork taps out, and Effort is our winner in 33 minutes and 21 seconds. Woof! I mean, that was crazy. That was an absolutely crazy good ZVP. Do I want to epic tag that? Let me know, patrons. Right? Let me know if you think this is an epic game. And if you say it is, then I'll say it is. Leave a comment on this video or leave a comment on the Patreon post at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, Stork was... We got to rewind it because we need to see what Stork's supply was at the very, very end there when he tapped. Created by Latias. Good map, Latias. Pretty fun map for sure. Okay, so... Archons are out. 86 to 83 total supply. There's Zealots coming over this way. There's High Templar joining the party. No ability to take a base over on this left side. Tough stuff. This is what he's got. He's not mined out here. I'm not always a huge fan of tapping out after an offensive attack fails, especially if you still have income back home, but it's It's a 2-base to a 1-base scenario here. And plus, I think the entire army of Stork was going to die. Storm is a good unit, but Macro is a better unit sometimes. Man, hit that like button, though, and subscribe, too. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. Let's rewound a little bit more than I wanted it to. Okay, so this egg is going to die, and then he's going to come up. 102 to 85 supply in favor of Stork. For that is Workers. Okay, Lurker dead. Lurker dead. Nidus Canal. What is going on? Ling's popping out here. Lurkers burrow in. Good position behind a building, so the Archons are kind of bumping up against it here. Hydralisk getting some extra damage and preventing easy access for the Archons to get in there too. Dark Swarm is up. There are 3 Zealots, 2 of which are extremely injured. Archons. Okay, this was a dead Archon, and this is basically a dead Archon too. Yeah, so that Archon dies, and that Archon dies, and yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much the army here. 2 very injured Zealots, and 1 moderate, not even like a third of his health remaining Archon against 3 Lurkers with +3 attack, plus a Hydralisk in here. So, yeah, he's going to lose that battle for sure. And then I just think he realized, yeah, this is a 2-basing effort. I've got 1 base down here. It's not going to work out well for me. And tapped out a little bit prematurely, but, you know, it's okay. It's all right. I understand. The game sense of Stork, pretty good. But boy, that is a tough loss for Stork, man. He was up. He was doubling the supply of the Zerg at points in this game. He was up 50, 60 supply on the Zerg in this game. I mean, the pylon blocks on the natural base and the 3rd base were sick. The snipe on the 4th base was huge. Key to the game, this top left 4th base. That effort is able to get that Stork did not find out about until it was too late to stop it from going down. That was it. If effort doesn't have this and is truly contained to 3 bases against a 3-basing Stork, Stork wins. But the sneakiness gets it done. That's going to haunt Stork for a while, man. Crazy. Like, absolutely crazy that the entire game hinged on this one thing. Plus, no Reavers. Right? No Reaves. Gonna get some comments about that. 267,000 points from Stork. 275,000 from Effort. Outproducing the Protoss by a 3 to almost a 4 to 1-ish ratio. Kill death ratio 8 to 2 here, which is 4 to 1. Lings, cheap and free. Good values there for Effort, honestly, in this game. And outspending the Protoss by 13,000 resources in 33 minutes. Not incredible, but enough to get the job done for sure. And especially if you have knocked the Protoss back down to 1 total bases at 33 minutes. Not a good place to be. Not at all. All right, GG. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.